So that was about India and the G7. Let's also take a quick look at some of the other key issues that were discussed at this summit in Biarritz. Climate change featured in every leader's agenda except Donald Trump. There was a meeting on climate. The leaders also discussed biodiversity in oceans. There was a thorough discussion on the Amazon wildfires. French President Emmanuel Macron highlighted the gravity of the situation. He said that the wildfires have charred 2 times the surface area of France and that his government will provide military support to battle this blaze. The biggest highlight from the session was Macron's announcement of a $20 million emergency fund for the Amazon. After the meeting, UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres said that the world is united in fighting the wildfires.
Il y a un appel très fort à la communauté internationale pour qu'elle puisse appuyer les pays de l'Amazonie, maintenant pour combattre les incendies et après pour la reforestation qui est essentielle pour préserver ce patrimoine indispensable de l'humanité. J'espère qu'on puisse mobiliser bien plus de ressources dans le futur pour appuyer les pays de l'Amazonie et que la volonté politique de ces pays puisse s'engager à fond.
Parfait. Donc, 45 minutes, on fait le numérique.
Prime Minister Modi was a guest at the climate session. Trump gave the session a miss and no surprises there. The US president said, guess what? That the timing of the session clashed with his bilateral meetings. The G7 leaders also spoke about the US-China trade war. They told Donald Trump that the ongoing conflict is hurting every nation. German Chancellor Angela Merkel emphasized the importance of the World Trade Organization, the WTO. Most of the talk on this issue was over dinner. Earlier today, Donald Trump said that he got a call from China proposing calm talks on trade. He called Beijing's move a positive one.
I think it's a very good word to use, calm. It's not a word that I use that often, but it's a good word to use. And I think it's one of the reasons that's a great country. I mean, they understand. I think that that message also helps with respect to Hong Kong. I really do. I think it makes it easier for Hong Kong.
As the day progressed, Trump's stance suddenly became tougher. He said that China was desperate to make a deal. Trump added that Beijing has lost 3 million jobs due to the trade war.
China has taken a very hard hit over the last number of months. They've lost 3 million jobs. It'll soon be much more than 3 million jobs. Their chain is breaking. The chain is breaking up like nobody's seen before. And once that happens, it's very hard to put it back together. You understand? I think they very much want to make a deal. And the longer they wait, the harder it is to put it back, if it can be put back at all. So I believe they want to do a deal. The tariffs have hit them very hard. In a fairly short period of time, the United States will have collected over $100 billion in tariffs.
World leaders also discussed tackling digital transformation. There was a session solely dedicated to this matter. It was chaired by French President Macron. This session was a crucial one, given France's push to tax global tech giants. There was also a lot of talk on Russia. Most of it revolved around the question on whether Russia should be readmitted into this group. The US was in favor. Trump said that having Russia back would help. Merkel, on the other hand, said that she wants to see talks between Ukraine and Russia first. And it was not just Germany. The United Kingdom, Canada, the EU Council and France also disagreed with Donald Trump on this one. They said they did not want Russia back in the group. Remember, Russia was removed from the group, which was then called the G8 after it took over Crimea. So these were the issues. Let's also take a look at some other highlights. First was the unannounced arrival of Iranian Foreign Minister Mohammad Javad Zarif. He landed in Biarritz on Sunday and immediately went in for a 3.5-hour-long meeting with the French foreign minister. He also met French President Macron. In fact, it was Macron who had invited that surprise, who had rather extended that surprise invitation to the Iranian leader. Trump later said that Macron had informed him about extending an invite to Zarif. The second highlight from Biarritz was Trump's change on the Kashmir issue. That's something that we've already discussed. And highlight number 3. The president of France, Macron, announced that France will play a role in organizing a meeting between the US and Iran. He said that Trump is positive about the move. He said that he's open to talks with Iran, but added that Tehran is the world's #1 sponsor of terror. That's Donald Trump for you. Highlight number 4. There will be no joint communique this year. The host nation, that is France, has decided to abandon this tradition. It stems from Trump's refusal to sign the document last year. The decision is also convenient given that G7 leaders have differing opinions on a lot of issues. Trade, climate, Russia, nuclear arms race, Iran, you name it, and they don't agree on it.